I smiled as Rhea walked toward me, her hand grazing mine. "You look amazing tonight," I said, unable to hide my excitement. "You think so?" She replied, her voice softer than usual, almost hesitant. I laughed nervously. "Of course. Everyone's going to notice us." Just as I reached for her hand, the room went silent. I turned and froze. Rhea's eyes weren't on me, they were on Arian. My stomach twisted. "Rhea," I asked, a laugh trembling in my throat. She smiled, but it wasn't the warm smile I knew. "I have something to say," she began, her voice carrying over the shocked murmurs of our guests. My heart thumped violently. "I can't do this anymore," she said, and I felt as if someone had punched me in the chest. "I'm leaving. For Arian." The words barely registered. "What?" My voice cracked. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My hand shook as I tried to reach for her. "Rhea, wait. This isn't real." "It is real, and I've made my choice," she said calmly. Her gaze lingered on Ariane, who smiled back, confident, unbothered. "I'm sorry, but this is the right thing for me." I stared at them, unable to speak. People around us gasped. Whispers filled the air like knives slicing through my chest. My best friend Samir stepped closer. "Man, I don't know what to say." I turned to him, my voice trembling. "Samir, did she just say what I think she said?" He shook his head, eyes wide. I don't know, bro. I'm so sorry." My legs felt like lead. I wanted to scream, to pull her aside, to beg her to reconsider, but no words came out. Only silence, thick and suffocating. Rhea's hand brushed past mine, grazing my arm, but I pulled away reflexively. "Please, tell me this is a joke," I whispered, more to myself than to her. Arian stepped forward, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "Rhea, we'll make this work," he said confidently. The room seemed to shrink around me, her smiles turning into mockery in my mind. "Everyone's watching," I muttered, panic rising. "Everyone's seeing this, seeing me, humiliated." Rhea's gaze softened, but not for me. "I didn't want to hurt you, really," she said, almost pityingly. My hands trembled as I clenched them into fists. "Didn't want to hurt me?" I repeated. "You just destroyed me, in front of everyone I care about." A few guests avoided my eyes, shifting uncomfortably while others whispered, smirking. I could feel their judgment, their curiosity, their silent amusement. My world had become a stage, and I was the punchline. Samir put a hand on my shoulder. You'll get through this, bro. You're strong." I wanted to believe him, but all I could feel was raw, burning humiliation. I swallowed hard. I trusted her. I trusted her with everything, I whispered, voice breaking, and she chose him. Over me. Rhea looked at me once more. "I hope you find happiness, truly," she said. Then she turned to Arian, and they walked away. Leaving a trail of whispers and shocked faces, I sank onto a nearby chair, burying my face in my hands. My chest ached. My life had shattered in a single moment, and yet deep inside something stirred. Not weakness, not surrender, something else. I whispered to myself, hoarse but determined. They think they've broken me, but they have no idea what's coming. I will not be broken. I will rise. CHP2, I couldn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Rhea's smile, Arian's calm face, the gasps of our guests. I kept asking myself, how did I not see it coming? Did I ever really know her? The next morning, I barely ate breakfast. My father cleared his throat. "Son, are you all right?" I pushed the plate away. "I'm fine," I said, though my voice betrayed me. "I just need time." "Time?" my mother asked softly. "You've lost her and Arian." "Everyone saw? People are talking." "I know," I muttered, glaring at my untouched food. "That's the least of my worries." Samir came by in the afternoon, looking tense. "Dude, I've never seen you like this. You okay?" I laughed bitterly. "Okay, Samir." She left me. "In front of everyone, do you think I'm okay?" He ran a hand through his hair. I don't know what to say. "I'm sorry, man. Truly. But you're strong, you'll Get through this. Strong. I snapped, my chest tight. Strong doesn't mean watching the woman I trusted the most walk away for someone else. Strong doesn't fix betrayal. He flinched but stayed. Then what are you going to do? I stared out the window, watching the city move on while my world had stopped. I don't know, I admitted, but I'll figure it out. Later, at work, I couldn't focus. Everyone kept glancing at me, whispering. My colleagues' pity felt worse than their judgment. Are you okay? Someone asked. I shrugged. I will be just. Leave me alone for now. I walked out into the hallway, needing air. That's when I noticed him. A man in a sharp suit standing near the elevator, watching me with calm, steady eyes. He smiled faintly. Rough day? He asked. His voice was calm, yet it carried weight. I frowned. Who are you? Call me Dev, he said. I couldn't help noticing. You've been hurt, I laughed, a humorless sound. You think I need someone to notice that? He didn't flinch. Most people ignore it, but pain, real pain, can be a tool if you use it right. I blinked. A tool? Yes, he said. You're strong, but right now, your anger and betrayal, they're raw. They can either destroy you or forge you into someone no one expects. I shook my head. I don't know what to do with any of this. You will, he said, stepping closer. But you need perspective. Look at them, not just her, not just Arian. Look at yourself. What you've been willing to accept, what you've ignored. Now you have a chance to take control. I stared at him, skeptical. Why are you telling me this? You don't even know me. I know enough, he replied. Pain exposes people. And you're capable of more than you think. You just have to choose. I swallowed hard. My hand shook slightly. Choose what? To rise, he said, his gaze unwavering. To reclaim what's yours, not her, not them, yourself. I wanted to argue, to reject him, but a spark ignited inside me. Could I really turn this humiliation into power? Samir called me later. Hey, did you talk to anyone today? I did, I said, hesitating. Someone. Noticed. Someone told me I can. Change things. I don't know if I believe it yet. Change things, Samir asked. Yes, I said, feeling a strange weight lift. I've been thinking, maybe this isn't the end. Maybe it's the beginning. I replayed every moment of the party, every whispered laugh, every glance of pity or amusement. My anger simmered, but it felt different now, sharper, more focused. I whispered to myself as I stared out at the city skyline, I won't let them win. I'll take this, and I'll turn it around. They'll see me differently. One day, the night fell, quiet and heavy, but for the first time, I felt something else beneath the hurt. A plan, a spark, a reason to survive and rise. CHP3, I didn't answer my phone for days. Not Samir, not my parents. I just sat in my apartment, staring at the walls, replaying every word. Every glance from Ria and Arian, my mind was a storm I couldn't control. I muttered to myself, pacing. How could I be so blind? I trusted her. Completely. I let her in, and this is what I get. A knock on the door startled me. I opened it to see Samir, arms crossed, shaking his head. Man, you're turning into a ghost. You need to get out of here. I can't, I snapped. I can't face anyone, not now. Not after what happened. Stepped inside anyway. Then at least talk to me. You're not thinking straight. I slumped into the chair, rubbing my temples. I'm not. I feel betrayed, weak, and angry. God, I can't stop thinking about them. You mean her? He asked gently. I clenched my fists. Yes, and him, Arian. That smug smile. The way everyone believed he was perfect. But I know better now. I need to find out who he really is. There's more beneath that charm. Samir raised an eyebrow. You're going to dig into him? I leaned forward, my voice low. Yes, I'm going to understand him. Everything he hides. Pride, ego, fear. I can use that. He frowned. It sounds dangerous. You sure about this? I have to be, I said. I can't stay broken. I can't let them think they've won. I need to become someone they can't ignore, someone they regret underestimating. Days turned into nights of strategy, self-reflection, and endless thought. I questioned every flaw in myself. Too trusting, too eager to please, too weak where I should have been strong, I whispered. Not anymore. It started small. I analyzed Arian's patterns online and his public appearances, even asking casual questions through mutual acquaintances. He's arrogant, but there's insecurity underneath. He fears failure, fears losing control. Just like I suspected, I murmured. Samir watched quietly one evening. You're really serious about this, huh? I didn't look up. I'm serious about myself. This isn't just revenge, it's transformation. I won't be the man who loses to him or her ever again. One night, staring at the ceiling, I whispered to myself, they don't know me yet. They don't know how far I can go. I will rise from this. I started mental training, visualizing confrontations, imagining scenarios where I could stay calm, controlled, and powerful. I whispered strategies aloud. If I act rashly, I lose. If I act patiently, I gain. Observation first, then precision. Samir shook his head, impressed despite himself. You're changing. I can see it. You're not the same guy who got humiliated at that party. I smirked, but it felt hollow. Good. I hope they never see the man I'm becoming until it's too late. Then came the twist. Arian wasn't as flawless as everyone thought. Through whispered conversations and casual remarks, I discovered his fear of failure, his obsession with appearances, his tendency to lash out when challenged. I smiled grimly. So he's human after all. Flawed just like me, but weaker where it counts. Samir leaned back. So what's the plan? You going to wait for him to slip? No, I said, eyes narrowing. I'll create opportunities. I'll expose the cracks he tries to hide. I'll be prepared, controlled, unstoppable. He won't see me coming. I paused, feeling a surge of clarity. Rhea made her choice. Arian thought he won, but they don't realize what's happening. I'm awakening. And by the time they notice, it'll be too late for them. But just in time for me. Samir gave me a hesitant nod. You're scary when you focus like this. I laughed softly, bitter but determined. Good. They need to fear underestimation. That's where real power begins. Not brute strength, but control, observation, and timing. I sat back, the first real calm settling in weeks. I was angry, yes, but also alive, aware, and planning. The storm in my mind had a purpose now. I whispered into the night, voice low and resolute. They think they broke me, but I'm only beginning. They won't see me coming. CHP, for I didn't go out much, but I started noticing Arian's patterns through mutual friends and work gossip. I called Samir one evening. Listen, I think I can use his arrogance against him, Samir sighed. You're talking about Arian? Careful, man. He's slippery, and I said, but everyone has cracks. Everyone. And I've found his. It's subtle. The way he exaggerates his achievements. The way he gets defensive over small things. Small things? Samir asked, curious. Exactly, I said, pacing. He smiles, he jokes, he acts perfect. But people are starting to notice inconsistencies. I just need to nudge them. How? Samir frowned. You're not going to start a rumor, are you? Not a rumor, I said. Facts, subtle, framed carefully. Let them see the cracks themselves. I'm not lying, I'm exposing truth. The truth they're blind to. I practiced lines under my breath, rehearsing how I'd sound casual. Oh, I heard Arian exaggerated that project he led last month, I muttered. And didn't he say something different about the donation event? Funny how details change, Samir chuckled softly. That's pretty sneaky. Are you okay with being that sneaky? I shrugged, tension tight in my chest. I have to be. They left me broken in public. I'm not staying weak. The next day, I attended a small gathering where Arian and his colleagues were present. I smiled politely, leaning toward a coworker. Hey, I couldn't help noticing Arian's claim about leading the last project. Wasn't he supported heavily by the team? Funny how leadership stories sound different depending on who tells them. The coworker blinked, uneasy. Yeah, well, I guess so. I pressed lightly. In the charity event, he said one thing, but the records show another. Small details, but they matter. The coworker nodded slowly, avoiding Arian's gaze. I stepped back, letting the seed of doubt settle. Later, Samir messaged me. You're good at this, I replied simply. This is just the beginning. Ria noticed me changing. I saw it in her eyes when she passed me in the lobby at work. She hesitated, glanced away, and I caught the flicker of regret. I didn't approach her. I wouldn't, at least not yet. Samir raised an eyebrow. She noticed. Yeah, I said quietly. She's realizing I'm different now. She can't reach me. Not the way she used to. He frowned. Are you sure this is the right path? You're becoming someone else. I sighed, conflicted. I know, but I can't let them think they've won. Am I crossing a line? Maybe, Samir admitted. But you're careful. You're exposing truths, not lies. Just don't lose yourself in the process. I won't, I whispered, more to myself than him. I'm cautious, calculating, observing. That's different from them. I'm not cruel, just strategic. I spent the next few days watching, listening, and maneuvering subtly. A slip here, a misstatement there. Arian's pride became his weakness, and people began to question his perfection silently. I didn't push, I didn't attack, just guided perception. Samir stopped by one evening. They're noticing, huh? Arian's getting tense. I nodded, satisfaction hidden behind calm eyes. Yes, he's always so sure of himself, until doubt creeps in. And doubt grows faster than arrogance. What about Ria? Samir asked cautiously. I looked at him, shadows of my old pain flickering. She regrets it, I can see that. But she can't reach me, not yet. And that's fine, shook his head, smiling faintly. You've changed. And not just in how you act. You're sharper. I'm impressed. Scared even. I smirked. Good. They need to underestimate me. That's the advantage. Alone later, I whispered to myself, voice low and resolute, I'm not him, not her, and I won't be their victim. They'll see my power soon. And by then, it'll be too late for them. CHP5, I saw it happen before anyone else did. Arian's careless decision at the office caused Ria to take the blame for a project error she didn't commit. My stomach twisted. I clenched my fists, but I stayed silent, observing. Later, I found them in the lobby. Ria, are you okay? I asked gently, stepping closer. She looked up, eyes wide, shame and fear mingling. I don't know. I can't believe this is happening. It's all my fault now, I shook my head. It's not. You didn't do this. Arian made a mistake, she swallowed hard. But I should have noticed. I should have stopped it. Can't control him, I said, voice firm. You can only control yourself. Don't carry his weight. Arian appeared then, face pale. Hey, we need to talk, he said, avoiding my eyes. His confidence was gone, replaced with panic. I met his gaze steadily. Talk about what? You can't. I mean, this isn't how it was supposed to happen, he stammered. I raised an eyebrow. Wasn't supposed to happen? You jeopardized her career, her reputation. She's terrified because of you. He shifted uncomfortably. I didn't think exactly, I interrupted. You didn't think. You acted without consequence in mind. And now you're panicking. Ria looked between us, tears threatening to fall. I never wanted this, she whispered. I didn't mean stop blaming yourself, I said softly. This isn't your fault. Not anymore. Arian's hands trembled. You think this is easy for me? I didn't realize it would spiral like this. You didn't realize? I echoed. You acted arrogantly, thinking the world would bend to your perfection. But it doesn't, does it? He swallowed, silent. His ego cracked, and for the first time, I saw his vulnerability. A quiet panic, barely contained. Shone through the mask he always wore. Ria's eyes met mine, filled with uncertainty and regret. I wish I'd known before. You didn't know, I said. But now you do. And that matters more than anything. Knowledge is power. Learn from it. Ariane shifted again, voice low. I can fix this. I'll fix it. You'll try, I said, watching him squirm. But sometimes trying isn't enough. Sometimes the consequences arrive before you're ready. Sometimes karma does the work for you. I swallowed hard, realizing my words weren't empty threats. I wasn't here to attack yet. I was here to observe, to let events unfold. My control, my patience, my strategy, everything had been preparing me for this moment. Ria's gaze lingered on me, and I saw the flicker of something I hadn't seen before. Fear mixed with longing. Regret coated her every expression, and yet she didn't dare approach me. I never wanted to hurt anyone, Ariane said finally, voice cracking. You did? I said quietly. But it's your responsibility now, and you'll face it. I won't interfere. I've learned to wait. Ria's hand trembled as she reached for mine, but I stepped back gently. Not yet, I said. Not now. You have to face your choices before you seek forgiveness. Only then will you understand what really matters. Ariane's shoulders slumped. I don't know what to do, he admitted, panic clear. You will, I said, voice calm, firm, but not by rushing, not by pretending, by accepting the weight of your mistakes. Ria's tears fell silently. I didn't think it would come to this, she whispered. I know, I said, but now you know, and that's all anyone can ask. I stepped back, my chest tight but steady. The power inside me, pulse not brute, not vengeful, but controlled, strategic, observant. Patience had its own strength, and I had learned it well. As I walked away, leaving them to face their own reckoning, I whispered to myself, voice low and resolute, this is only the beginning. They'll learn. But I will rise, always in control. It's HP6. I watched from a distance as Ariane stumbled through the meeting room, his confident facade crumbling. I don't understand, he muttered, voice shaking. How did this happen? A colleague spoke up, voice cold. You misrepresented the report, Ariane. Investors are pulling out. Clients are questioning your integrity. How could you let this slip? He turned, panic in his eyes. I didn't mean to. I whispered under my breath. You acted, without thinking, without responsibility. Ria appeared beside him, eyes red, shoulders slumped. I'm sorry, she said, voice trembling. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have ever. You shouldn't have what? I asked quietly, stepping closer. You shouldn't have betrayed me, or lied, or followed someone you thought was better. She flinched, ashamed. I made mistakes. I know that now. I see it. I feel it. Ariane's hands trembled. I didn't think it would spiral like this. I failed. Everything I claimed, it's falling apart. I met his gaze calmly, feeling the calm I had earned after weeks of planning. This is what happens when arrogance ignores reality. When ego overshadows responsibility. Ria's voice shook. I never wanted you to see me like this. Or him, I didn't realize. I shook my head slowly. You realized too late. That's the difference between me and you. I've learned. I've grown. I won't be at the mercy of anyone's poor choices anymore. Ariane swallowed hard, panic rising. Please, can we fix this? I'll make it right. You'll try, I said softly, my voice firm but not cruel. But some things can't be fixed by words or gestures. Consequences follow actions naturally, not conveniently. Ria's eyes filled with tears. I'm sorry. Truly, I never meant for any of this. I cut in gently. Apologies won't erase what's been done. You can acknowledge your mistake, feel the weight of it, and learn. Or continue running from it. Your choice. Arian's shoulders slumped. I see it now. Underestimated everything. I underestimated her myself. And you. I nodded slowly. That's the awakening. Pain teaches lessons better than pride ever could. She looked at me, desperate. Please, can we? I just want to make things right between us. I regret everything. I felt a wave of old anger, sharp and familiar, but I held it in check. It's not about us anymore, Rhea. It's about understanding, accountability. And moving forward, you're learning that too late, but that's the lesson. Arian's voice cracked. I can't believe this is happening to me. I thought I was untouchable. Perfect. You thought arrogance would shield you, I said, calm and steady. But truth has a way of catching up. Karma is silent, but it is thorough. Rhea wiped her tears, trembling. I don't want to be like this. Not anymore. Oh. I looked at her, at the guilt etched across her face, and realized I had no need to pity or console. Then learn, grow, live differently. But don't seek me for absolution. I've reclaimed my life, my dignity. That belongs to me alone now. Arian's gaze dropped. You're different now. I can't touch you, exactly, I said. Voice calm, but commanding. You can't. And that's because I am no longer defined by your actions, your choices, or your arrogance. I've transformed. I've risen above it. Rhea's lips trembled. I see that. I wish I'd realized it sooner. I nodded, letting the moment sink in. Wishing doesn't change the past, but it can shape your future if you choose wisely. I turned and walked away, leaving them to face their own reckoning. My steps were steady, my chest light yet firm. The power I had discovered, the control, patience, and clarity, was mine, untouchable by their mistakes or regrets. As I stepped outside into the cool evening air, I whispered to myself, voice low but certain, this is it. I've risen. They've fallen. I no longer need them. I only need myself. The city lights reflected on the pavement, mirroring the calm after the storm inside me. I smiled faintly, feeling the weight of humiliation lift entirely. I was free, and nothing would ever take that away. CHP 7, I sat in my apartment, sunlight streaming through the window, and finally allowed myself to breathe. It had been weeks since the fallout, weeks of observing, planning, and letting events unfold naturally. My phone buzzed Samir calling. Hey, he said, voice light. You okay? You seem different. I chuckled softly. I am different. I've learned to stop letting others define me. That's impressive, he said. Seriously, you've gone through hell, and now, it's like you're untouchable. Untouchable isn't the word, I replied. I'm aware, I'm cautious, and I've grown. That's enough, he laughed. Yeah, I can see that. Rhea hasn't tried contacting you again? No, I said calmly. And if she does, I won't respond, not yet. She needs to face herself first. And Arian? Samir asked. I leaned back, eyes narrowing thoughtfully. He's learned the hard way that arrogance only protects those who respect consequences. He's humbled, but I don't need to teach him further. Karma handled that. Samir whistled. You're incredible, man. You rose while everyone else stumbled. I smiled faintly. It wasn't easy. Pain is a brutal teacher. Betrayal burns like fire, but it forges strength if you let it. I let it. My thoughts drifted to the engagement night, to Rhea's cruel smile, Arian's smug gaze. I had been weak then, vulnerable, desperate. Now I was different, calm, resilient, unshaken. A knock at the door pulled me from my thoughts. It was Dev. His eyes met mine, faint smile tugging at the corners of his lips. You did well, he said simply. Better than I expected. I shook my head. I just followed the lessons. Patience, observation, understanding consequences. That's what separates those who survive betrayal from those destroyed by it, he replied. You've not only survived, you've transformed. I nodded, letting the acknowledgement sink in. It feels strange, but good. I don't feel the urge to lash out. I feel free. Dev's gaze was steady. Freedom comes from mastery over yourself, not over others. Remember that. And you've achieved it. I smiled softly, feeling the weight lift completely. I finally understand. Power isn't about controlling them. It's about controlling my own mind, my own reactions. The rest follows naturally. Later, I met Samir for coffee. So, what's next for you? He asked, leaning back in his chair. I paused, savoring the moment. Next, I said next, is living. Building what I want, with no one dictating my worth. I've got opportunities now I never noticed before, and I'm not afraid to take them. He raised his eyebrows. Opportunities, and I smirked faintly, and maybe love will come again. But on my terms, not dictated by betrayal or fear. Samir laughed. I like that. Finally, you're free. Yes, I said quietly, and I've earned it. Every humiliation, every heartbreak. It was a lesson, and I learned it well. I thought of Ria and Ariane one last time. They were humbled, regretful, and perhaps wiser now, but they no longer held any power over me. Their chapters were closed. My dignity, my control, my clarity that was mine and mine alone. Walking through the city streets later, I felt the world differently. Each passerby, each sound, each shadow seemed neutral. I wasn't weighed down by fear or expectation. I was present. I was awake. I was myself. Samir's words echoed in my mind. You've transformed. Not because others recognized it, but because I felt it deep in my bones. A text pinged on my phone. It was from a business contact, a new opportunity I had been quietly building. I smiled. Exactly, I whispered. This is what comes when you rise from ashes. When you are steady, focused, and patient. I paused at a cafe, watching people laugh, argue, live their lives, and I realized something profound. I could finally participate without fear of betrayal or manipulation. I had grown beyond their shadows. I whispered to myself, voice soft but firm. I am stronger. I am free. I am in control. And from this moment forward, I defined my life, my way. The city lights began to sparkle as evening fell, reflecting the calm and strength I now carried within me. I was no longer a victim, no longer defined by pain or humiliation. I was complete, whole, and ready for the future. And with that thought, I walked on, unshaken, independent, and unstoppable, leaving behind the ghosts of betrayal and walking into my new life.